get us our pass.
$10 daily permit.
Yep, or $30 for a year.
Right.
So
I just did a day pass.
make sure you get your thing so you don't get a ticket.
Yep.
All right, everybody, welcome to Cape Disappointment. We are here for the king tides.
We hope to not be disappointed.
The fact that we see, I don't know, another 200 photographers here, I don't think we're going to be too disappointed. It's not supposed to be a big storm, but the waves are supposed to hit about 10 feet. Didn't they say about 10 feet?
Yeah.
So sorry for the wind. All right, so that was pretty epic. Yeah, we weren't gonna film out there though because it is so bad. This isn't like a major storm by any means, but it's raining, so we're out there and had to put the rain cover on my bag, and we got pretty wet, pretty good. Luckily, we got rain gear. If you're coming to Oregon, Washington, always bring your rain gear, no matter what.
And right here.
Yeah. Anyway, so king tides only happens a couple times a year. Has something to do with the moon and lunar and being close to the earth and whatever. But anyway, the cool part is that it brings in these really high tides. So those were some monster waves. We've been here once before to see these, and they're a touch bigger last time, but still really cool. You saw those photographers and stuff out there. There's a reason why they all come here, and you can look up the prints, and people sell them all the time, and pretty cool.
And there's only a few places along the coastline where it's actually good viewing.
Yes, exactly.
And this is one of the very few, because you can actually be off to the side and watch the waves as they come in. Other places, you're just watching the waves come straight at you.
Yeah,
So.
it's got the lighthouse, and it crashes up off the mountain. So yeah, I don't know of any other better place. So if you ever are in this part of the country and you want to come see giant waves, check the king tide chart and then come to Cape Disappointment. This is why we say always bring your rain gear. It is nasty out today.
The rain all of a sudden really picked up and everybody's dispersing. And you see a lot of people in jeans. That does not sound like fun.
So after lunch, it was time to explore the small beach town of Long Beach, Washington. Nice thing about this beach is it's got a quaint little downtown. It's got a beach that you can drive on, and then it also has a boardwalk, which actually Travel and Leisure magazine actually named it one of the top 11 in the nation. It sits over on top of the dunes, so you can get just beautiful views of the coastline. And then if you want to make it a little bit longer than that, you can actually then take the Discovery Trail, which I believe is another 8.5 miles total. So a lot of hiking that can be done. And unfortunately, we couldn't get on the boardwalk because it was just so stormy. That was the most insane stop to use the restroom in a porta potty ever in my life. That was absolutely insane. We were getting soaked inside of it, and Kim can't even get out. She can't shut the door.
I've never been in wind like that. Oh my God.
I was getting soaked in the porta potty.
When your door slammed, it blew me and I slammed my head into the door on my porta potty. I mean, it literally, I full on slammed my head in the wall. I thought that thing was going to tip over. Oh, look at it. It's attached to concrete blocks. Otherwise, it probably would.
Gosh.
That was the most insane I've ever had. I've never had wind like that.
This is a crazy day, guys. This is absolutely insane. This is why, some people come to the coast for storms, which is what we're dealing with now because Kim says there's a gale warning. But that's why everybody comes to our parks in the summertime, because this is what you get if you come in the winter. You never know how bad it's going to be, and this is pretty bad. So like a lot of Oregon and Washington small coastal towns, Long Beach is going to have a lot of your shops, your candy stores, your clothing stores, bakeries. There's some statues and some murals. Again, it says a Lewis and Clark stop, so a lot of stuff about Lewis and Clark. So just a lot of fun stuff. There's a little arcade too if you have kids. And then, of course, some of your antique shops and beach stores. So a lot of nice, fun stuff to kind of see if you want to spend an hour or two in town.
All right, so we took a drive out here to this wildlife refuge, and everything is closed due to weather. I mean, these trees, it's not good. We've been driving and branches all over the street, and the water is up almost over the road, and it's pretty insane.
No hiking for us today.
No, and I'm actually kind of glad because this would have been absolutely miserable. It is so cold.
It would have been a little scary in the trees.
So after that disappointment, we decided to head back to Cape Disappointment in hopes that the sunset would not be disappointing. And it wasn't.
Hey, find yourself, go crawl in that thing.
No, thank you. I'll look at it. I don't want to crawl at it.
Yeah, look at the base of that thing.
No thanks.
And that's not even nowhere near the size of some of the stuff we got.
Cape Disappointment is dominated by a temperate but wet climate. The weather is cool in summer with only a few inches of rain the entire season. Fall, winter, and spring, however, are dominated by rain, with over 7 feet falling in 9 months.
So here's some old bunkers. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We used to have gunners right here.
Now look at here's all the bolts. So she said you can tell where they had their guns.
Yeah.
There's all the bolts from them. Right up here.
Yeah, it's a nice view they got from here.
So after checking out those cool bunkers, we were continued on to Bell's Overlook. If you ever want to see one of the most spectacular overlooks on the Oregon or Washington coast, definitely head to Cape Disappointment and to Bell's Overlook. We had one of the best sunsets that we'd ever seen in our time on the Oregon coast. Beautiful blue and pink sky. And this is one of the most windiest spots in the entire United States. Hence the reason for the voiceover.
All right, so that was a great way to end the day. Got up this morning and saw a beautiful sunrise, and then got lucky enough after a crazy day like we had today, and actually got to see a beautiful sunset as well. So, yeah, we walked up this Bill's View Overlook. They actually have a lighthouse here at Cape Disappointment, a really nice lighthouse. We've seen it before. We would have went down and shown you guys that, but unfortunately, we were just running out of time. As you can see, it's getting dark. But up there, Kim, tell them a little bit about.
Yeah, so it's one of the windiest spots in the United States. They say it's not a matter of if there's wind, it's a matter of how much and from what direction. And they've had reports of anywhere between 140 and like 160 miles an hour with some of the storms that they've had from, I think 1921 was the first one and the last one was in 2007. So pretty crazy storms.
Looking forward to getting back in Astoria for a dinner. We're going to try to hit up Bowie Brewing. Unfortunately, they had a cave-in at their main location. Actually, the roof actually fell through. Luckily, nobody was in there. As that they had, it would have been somebody would have got hurt or killed, but luckily that's not the case, and so now they've got another spot. So that's where we're going to go for dinner. We'll show you that place, one of our favorites here when we're in Astoria.
Cheers.
That's a giant beer.
We're at one of our favorite places, Bowie Brewing. Have to check them out if you come to Astoria.
Tuna mail. All right, so we're up for an early morning walk. That's our hotel behind us, the Holiday Inn. Nice hotel. Cool thing is it sits right underneath the Astoria Megler Bridge right there, which is awesome. Get up and you can take this walkway, and it's probably a couple miles down and get to all the restaurants and everything just from taking this. There's a trolley that comes by in the summertime It may go longer than that, but I think it's most of the summertime. But you can see, here's the view. So there's the hotel, there's the bridge, and you come out here and you've got all of this, these pylons, you got birds, you got walkway, you've got Kim. Say hi. Yeah, so really nice place to stay if you're coming to Astoria. So this is interesting. We're out walking this pier, and when they tore down buildings for whatever reason, a lot of times they leave parts of the building just in the water. And as you can see here, there's a piece of machinery that's been here for ever, as you can see. And it's kind of interesting just to walk down the pier and be able to see these old pieces of whatever and try to figure out exactly what it is. So I got this little park where you can walk up and get a cool vantage point of the bridge and the barges, all the fishing boats. And now it just started to rain really pretty good. So now we're really lucky that we just happened to get underneath this cover. So hopefully we can wait it out. We are going to show you guys, we talked a little bit about, or we may have mentioned in the video, that one of the breweries that we really like to go to, Bowie Brewing. We went last night and had our tuna melt that we really like. This is the building that we talked about where the roof collapsed. So that used to say Bowie Company of Oregon. And you can see it's to the left, the roof completely collapsed. It's an old, dilapidated building, as you can see. I'm surprised that they're even able to operate out of that thing. But Kim was mentioning that they've known for, not them specifically, but the city's known for years that building was in need of some repair. And unfortunately, no customers were in there when that thing fell down. That could have been bad. I guess some employees were working, but nobody got hurt. So, and if you look up there, there's the Astoria column, which we were at last night, where they had the Christmas lights hanging from it. So that's a cool little thing to go see. And also, the Goonie House is located up that hill. All right, so another adventurous come and gone. Cape Disappointment did not disappoint. That was a good weekend.
Right, and when people ask, what do you do in Oregon when it rains? Well, you go out, you buy some rain gear, and you go out exploring. There's always stuff to find.
Yeah, if you come to the Oregon coast during the winter, fall, spring, and you're hoping to...
summer.
Yeah, exactly. Hoping to get away from the wind, good luck. But anyway, yeah, great weekend. Those king tides were awesome to see those waves. And then get to some of our favorite restaurants again, and then kind of exploring Astoria and then parts of Washington. It's a really neat place to stay if you want to see a lot of like Lewis and Clark histories here. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff and or just cool fish towns, can't beat Astoria and then Cape Disappointment up there in Washington.
Right, and all the restaurants with fresh seafood. Can't get much fresher than this.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Safe travels.
See ya.